You have just been in a car accident. Maybe it was your fault. Maybe it wasn't. Either way, one question is probably running through your mind. Is my car insurance going to go up? The answer can be yes. But how much, and for how long? There is no single number that applies to everyone. Your increase can depend on your insurer, where you live, the type of accident, your driving history, the amount of damage, and whether you have accident forgiveness. So let's look at what can happen to your insurance in the United States and Canada. 1. How much can your rate increase? In the United States, an at-fault accident can cause a significant increase in auto insurance premiums. Recent 2026 analyses have found increases of roughly 45 to 50% on average for certain at-fault accidents, although the actual increase can vary considerably between drivers and insurers. For example, if you currently pay $1,500 per year, a 50% increase would mean another $750 per year. That would bring your annual premium to about $2,250. But don't treat that as a guaranteed number. Your actual increase could be much smaller or much larger. 2. Why does your insurance go up? Insurance companies use your driving and claims history to estimate future risk. An at-fault accident can indicate a higher probability of another claim. That can affect the price you receive at renewal. But the accident isn't necessarily the only reason your bill changes. Repair costs can increase. Medical costs can increase. Vehicle prices can change. Weather-related losses and theft can also affect insurance rates. So if your premium increases after an accident, don't automatically assume the entire increase came from the accident. 3. What if the accident wasn't your fault? This is very important. A not-at-fault accident does not necessarily have the same impact as an at-fault accident. In the United States, a completely not-at-fault accident generally should not be treated the same way as an accident you caused, although state and insurer rules can vary. In Canada, the treatment also depends on provincial rules and your insurer. So don't assume that, "not my fault," automatically means your premium can never change. Ask your insurer exactly how the accident will be treated. 4. What about Canada? Canada works differently from the United States. Auto insurance is regulated at the provincial level. That means Ontario, Alberta, British Columbia, Quebec, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and the Atlantic provinces can have different rules and insurance systems. For example, Ontario has specific protections for certain minor at-fault accidents that meet defined conditions. British Columbia uses its own insurance and rating system through ICBC. So an insurance increase in Ontario should not automatically be used as an example for someone living in Alberta or British Columbia. Your province matters. 5. How long can the increase last? This is another question drivers often forget to ask. In the United States, an at-fault accident can affect your insurance rates for several years. Recent 2026 insurance research indicates that 3 to 5 years is common, depending on the state and insurer. Canada can also have multi-year effects, but the period varies by province and insurer. That means one accident could affect your insurance budget long after the vehicle has been repaired. 6. What is accident forgiveness? This is where accident forgiveness can become valuable. Some insurance companies offer a feature that can prevent a qualifying first accident from causing the normal rate increase. But it isn't universal. Some insurers offer it automatically to certain customers. Others sell it as an optional feature, and eligibility rules can vary. There is another important detail. Accident forgiveness usually does not erase the accident from your driving or claims history. It mainly protects your premium with the insurer according to the terms of the policy. 7. Should you file a claim? This can be a difficult decision after a minor accident. If the damage appears small, some drivers may wonder whether paying out of pocket could make more sense than filing a claim. But there is no universal answer. A small accident can sometimes involve hidden damage or injuries that appear later. And your policy or local rules may require you to report certain accidents. So don't make a decision based only on fear of a higher premium. Understand your policy first. If you're unsure, contact your insurer and ask what your options are. 8. How can you lower your rate after an accident? First, don't assume your current insurer is automatically the cheapest. Shop around. Compare quotes from multiple insurers or brokers. Ask whether accident forgiveness is available. Review your deductible. Ask about safe driving discounts. Check whether bundling your home and auto insurance could reduce your overall cost. And make sure your driving record is accurate. For Canadian drivers, the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada also recommends reviewing your insurance needs and comparing quotes when premiums increase. 9. What about your current insurance company? Many drivers make one mistake after an accident. They simply accept the renewal price. Don't do that automatically. When your renewal arrives, compare your new premium with what you were paying before. Then get quotes from other insurers. In 2026, rates can differ significantly between companies, even for drivers with similar profiles. And some insurers specialize in drivers with accidents or other driving incidents. So shopping around can potentially save you hundreds of dollars. 10. The smartest move after an accident. An accident is stressful enough without discovering that your insurance bill has suddenly become much more expensive. But don't make your next decision based on panic. Find out whether the accident was considered at fault. Ask your insurer how it could affect your renewal. Check whether accident forgiveness applies. Compare quotes from other insurers. And remember, the rules are different across U.S. states and Canadian provinces. The cheapest policy isn't necessarily the best policy. The goal is to find the right balance between price and protection. If this video helped you understand what can happen to your car insurance after an accident, subscribe to Everyday TV for more simple explanations about insurance, money, and everyday financial decisions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.